Previously on Tomb Raider 3. Well, that sucks. You know what? At the very least, I can show you the, I can reenact, Titanic, so... I'll never let go! And with that, the adventures continue. Welcome back, everyone, to the Tomb Raider Marathon. I am Jonathan Wolf, and today, ladies and gentlemen, today... we're doing the Lost City of Tinnos, or Tinnos, whatever you want to call it. So yes, here we go, the second to last level of the game, which is awesome. And this level is very long. In fact, I would even say it's the longest level in the game. And it's also a very difficult level. And yeah, you may notice it says current position, and that is because this is actually the second time I'm recording this, because I was at the end of the level, almost done, but for some reason, Audition decided to delete my commentary recording. So, thanks, Adobe. You are truly wonderful. Said no one ever. Also, if my voice sounds a bit different than usual, it's because I'm actually testing out a boom arm for my microphone, which also came with a microphone cover. So, yeah, I'm actually going to be testing the waters and see how well this one actually, you know, goes, which is pretty awesome. I'm actually very excited, and yeah, this is going to be very useful in, well, pretty much in the future when it comes to recording. But yeah, if I sound different, it's because I'm doing a little bit of testing. But yeah, with that said, let's get started with the Lost City of Tinnos. So yeah, as you can see, here's where we started the last level. Or we ended the last level in this little bunker. And then what we're going to do is... the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into this water. Because, as you can see, the temperature is no longer freezing. So, what? Does this area just not just light up the place, making it warmer? I mean, is this the lamp? Is this lamp the source of the light powers? I don't know. Or the source of warm? Maybe it's these guys. They have a warming, welcoming look. Okay, so as we enter this area, the first place we want to go is over here to the left, because here we have this ladder, and going up here will allow us to open a door to claim a key. Now, something you can do is you can actually use the key that we're about to get for a different area. In fact, well, yeah, by the way, here we can pull this lever. It will open a door that is directly down there. And however, what you can do is you can actually go over here to this tile, and you can actually do a running jump to that platform over there. And by going over there, you're actually going to skip using the key that we're going to get. And you can actually use the key in another area, which is going to allow us to end the level. However, instead of that, we're actually going to go into this little pillar. And we're gonna go here and we're gonna jump over here to claim a safe crystal and the rocket launcher. So yes, we have the rocket launcher back. And that is it for all the weapons. So yeah, we actually got all of our weapons back. Yes, all of our weapons. Every single one of them. And we didn't miss a single weapon throughout our entire game. Which is awesome. Okay, so let's try to jump in here. There we go. And basically, right here in this little alcove, we have the Uli Key, or Uli Key, and this key is very wacky because it has googly eyes. Which, you know, when I think of googly eyes, I think of two things. I think of Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is a fantastic movie. But also makes me think of that time, or actually what's going on right now at the time of this recording, where yeah, for some people when they buy Nintendo games, instead of getting the game cartridge, they get googly eyes, and yeah, that's not scummy at all. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, let's go ahead and insert the key to open these two gates. Yeah, we have two gates, which means, I don't know, we get double security, I guess, or something. I don't know. And let's just climb right up this ladder. And when we get to this point, we can just do a backflip. Alright, and now let's go to the left and go to another left so we can drop into this platform and pull this lever. And this is one of 2 levers we have to pull. And by pulling the lever, we actually get this camera angle of a wall, which is actually past that pillar over there to the left as we enter. However, we need to pull 2 levers for something to happen. Now, this is completely optional, but this will open this gate that is essentially going to take you back to this area where we got the safe crystal, and we pulled the lever to get access to the Uli Key. So I guess that's a return path in case you didn't get the safe crystal and the rocket launcher. But instead, we're going to slide down here, and we're going to pull this lever. And this lever is going to do 2 things. Well, for one, if you pull the other lever, you're actually going to spawn a ladder in a new area. And what it's also going to do is going to open these 2 double gates. And also, yeah, we can actually see this face, which we actually saw this face in that FMV with Darwin's explorers when we finished Caves of Kalia. Okay, so the ladder we spawned is in this alcove right here, which is to the left where we enter. And essentially you want to take a hard left where we enter. And yes, here is the ladder that we spawned. And now we have a very interesting puzzle. So as soon as we go over here, we see 5 buttons. And we also have some illustrations with some what looks to be arrows pointing down. And basically what you have to do is you have to press the button if the if the logic makes sense, you know? Essentially what we have to do is we have to pretend that we're actually following the food chain. So for example, this first example is man eats bull, which is true, and bull eats plant, which is also true. And yeah, if the statement is true, we press the button. Alright, let's do this one. So we have man eats bird, that is true, and bird eats fish, that is also true. So let's push the button. And let's check button number 3. So man eats plant, that is true. However, plant eats bull. Well, unless it's like some sort of carnivorous plant or some mutated plant, yeah, I don't see that happening. So we're gonna skip that button for now. Okay, so let's check button number 4. So man eats fish, that is true, but fish eats bird. Well, unless it's like a shark or maybe some piranhas, yeah, I don't see that being true either. So we're gonna skip that one for now. Okay, so let's check out button number 5. So man eats bird, that is true, and bird eats plant, that is also true, unless it's like some poison ivy or carnivorous plant. But let's just press the button because let's not let our crazy logic get the better of us. And yeah, by pressing the 1st, 2nd, and 5th button, we're gonna open this door right here. And yeah, basically that's the end of that little puzzle, which is a pretty cool puzzle, which I really love. Alright, now coming over here, we're gonna go and make this jump to the left. And as you go up this bridge, we're gonna spawn a new enemy. And this is by far one of the worst enemies in all of Tomb Raider. Not Tomb Raider 3, but Tomb Raider period. Because we have these wasps enemies that they are so annoying. They are very tanky. They take forever to kill. They infinitely respawn, and they can also push you off platforms, which is not cool. Especially in this part, because we now are gonna go get the first secret of the level. So let's make a running jump over to this platform, and I'm gonna save my game because yeah, this next part can be very infuriating, especially dealing with these wasps. Okay, so the secret is over there in that covey area, and you may notice, yeah, that's where the wasps are coming from. And you may be thinking, okay, how the hell do we get over there? Like, it's pretty much impossible. Well, if we kill this guy, we're gonna see something cool. Did you see it? Let's show it again. Do you see it? Well, that is because we have some invisible platforms. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a half tile jump over to this platform right over here. And then what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I make this jump, I'm gonna start using my MP5 so that I can kill these guys quickly. So yeah, let's hop over here. And then I'm gonna walk to the edge of this corner. Hopefully not hit the slope. And then I'm gonna kill this guy, and then I'm gonna put my gun away. And then I'm gonna aim for the corner of the platform, and then I'm gonna just stay right here waiting for these guys to come. And then I'm gonna use my... Yeah, let's use the grenade launcher, because I'm pretty sure these guys take one grenade to kill. And yeah, basically just do a running jump. And we can claim the secret, which contains some... Oh, it missed! Nice. But yeah, basically the secret contains some MP5 clips, some Desert Eagle clips, and some grenades. Alright, so let's do a hop back. And then once we get to this point, I'm gonna re-equip my MP5 so that I don't... so that I can kill these guys quickly. And... what the heck were you doing down there? Ah, whatever. Alright. Let's walk to the edge. And then we're going to aim for the corner that we were just at. So yeah, basically we're going to backtrack the way we came. And that is actually the safest way to backtrack. And then we just want to do a running jump to this platform. And there you go. That is it for that area. So yeah, let's go ahead and drop down here. And as we go through here, we want to go to the right. And by right, I mean left, because there is a small medpack we can claim. Alright, and now we're going to fight another new enemy. We have these crazy big mutant guys that they like to shoot these fireballs that do a lot of damage. In fact, on my original recording, I was like 1 HP, so yeah, it was not good. But yeah, basically, as soon as we spawn these guys, what we want to do is we want to equip the Desert Eagle, and we just want to count to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, 7. And there you go. Very easy way to kill these guys. However, now I gotta kill 3 of them. Not at the same time, but it could be at the same time, depending on the weapon you're using. Okay, so as you enter this room, we want to go to the left. And as soon as you enter this room, you're gonna trigger wasps to spawn. And yeah, that's gonna be very cool, said no one ever. Alright, so now let's go into this arena. And I'm gonna use the rocket launcher because I want to give it some love. And we're gonna fight this guy first. Now this guy takes 3 rockets to kill, which is pretty insane. And yeah, basically just kill this guy just like that. And yeah, basically we have 3 of these guys we gotta fight. And basically these guys will start appearing at a timely base. So if you take too long to kill the first guy, yeah, the second and the third one are gonna spawn, making you fight 3 at the same time if you're not careful. Now, as soon as you enter, what's gonna happen is the one in front of you is gonna open, and then the one on the right is going to open next. And yeah, basically just lure him in. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna prepare my pistols because I'm gonna show you a very easy strategy to kill these guys without taking damage. So basically, you want to stand here and basically just side jump. Because while you side jump, these guys cannot hit you with their fireballs, and they can also not get you with their melee attack. And yeah, basically, this is honestly the best way to deal with these guys. And yeah, as you can see, their fireballs are somehow missing all the time, which is insane. And yeah, basically, the best strategy that I found is as soon as you enter this arena, just stay right here and just do side jumps. Now, I recommend you do not hug the wall because their fireballs do have a blast radius, similar to the fireballs from the crazy guys in Tomb Raider 1. And yeah, basically that's how you can do this area without taking damage, which is an achievement to do in the remastered version. So that's pretty cool. Or at least in retro achievements to use the pistols, but that's besides the point. Okay, so once you kill all 3 of them, you want to go into the cage from the last guy you killed, which is basically the cage on the left when you enter the arena. And yeah, basically this will have a lever which will raise a trapdoor that is right over here. So yeah, the trapdoor, it's right here. I missed! Oh no. Alright, let's try this again. Now, if you don't want to fight these guys and you're going for time, what you can do, I'm going to show you real quick, is, so, as you enter, there is a ladder to your right, and you can actually go up in that roof, and what you can do is you can actually do a curved jump from that spot right there to where I'm at right now. However, it is a very difficult jump to make, and if you fail it, you're actually going to take some fall damage, so yeah, I'm not going to do that because, well, this is a walkthrough, and I'm going to show everything. Not to mention that I want to get all the kills. So there you go. Okay, so now we have this large room with a bunch of levers, a bunch of trapdoors, and a bunch of stuff. And basically, what we want to do is we want to go on the perimeter on the top floor because here we can get some items. So in this ledge right here, we can get some Uzi clips and some flares, which is awesome because we're going to use the Uzis more. Because I do want to give loves to the Uzis since, you know, the Uzis don't get a lot of love in this game compared to Tomb Raider 1 and 2. I mean, like I mentioned, Uzi clips in this game, they give you 40 ammo instead of 100 from Tomb Raider 1 or 80 from Tomb Raider 2. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to this little crawl space because in these 2 crawl spaces, this one and that one right there, we have levers. And we have to pull both levers. And by pulling these levers, what's going to happen is we're going to raise and drop some trapdoors. And we need to do that so that we can actually get access to some levers because the objective of this area is we have to open some double doors so that we can actually get out of here. Because, yeah, we're basically trapped in this area. So, yeah, let's flip the switch. And now we are going to go down here. And by pulling both levers, we're going to raise this trapdoor. However, and that trapdoor over there. However, we will also drop this trapdoor right there, which is not that important yet, but for right now we're just going to go through here. So let's hop over here, and then we want to just roll off from here. Now, you want to be careful because if you stand on any point in the floor, you're gonna spawn some wasps from that crack in the wall. And yeah, just like I mentioned, these guys are infinitely spawning, and trying to do this room with wasps infinitely spawning is very annoying, and I don't recommend you do that. So instead, we're gonna drop down here and we're gonna flip this switch. And what this switch is gonna do is going to raise a trapdoor directly above me. And yeah, right there to the left, those are the double doors we have to try to open, or we're going to open it as we go through this room. All right, and then we have this lever. Now, what this lever is going to do is going to raise that trapdoor over there, but it's also going to drop the trapdoor that I'm standing on. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as I pull this lever, hold jump and to the left, so that you can actually side jump into a safe ground, because I'm pretty sure that that fall will do fall damage, and that is no bueno. Alright, so now let's go back, because now we have to flip a switch, and the switch we have to flip is the one to my left right now. So yeah, you don't have to pull that lever. Just go ahead and pull this lever. And by pulling this lever, we're going to raise the trapdoor that is close to us, but it's also going to drop the trapdoor that is below us. So yeah, basically, just to show you real quick. Oh my God, that would have killed me if I was not careful. But yeah, basically, we raised this trapdoor, but we lowered that trapdoor over there. So now we can actually go over here and go into that trapdoor. And to get to that trapdoor is very easy. Just do a standing jump and just tap action so you can slide into the trapdoor. And then we just want to jump and grab this monkey bar and just go to the other side. Now, alternatively, what you could have done is you could have actually done a slide. You could have actually slide into this opening from the top of this bridge. However, I, for the life of me, cannot do this, and every time I try to do it, I just fall off and die. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just gonna do the normal path because honestly, this puzzle is really not that long. And yeah, basically, by pulling the lever, what it did is that it opened those double doors. However, what it also did is that it opened this, or it raised this trapdoor. And this will allow us to get on top of the bridge. And this is actually important because over here to the right, we have a lever. And this lever is going to allow us to get to the second secret. Now, I am going to save my game because this secret is timed. And if we fail the secret, we basically have to go all the way back to this area. And yeah, that is no bueno. And yeah, basically, we're just gonna flip the switch and we're gonna go. Now the door is located in that area where we killed those two big guys when we got here. So yeah, the first two big guys we defeated after getting the first secret. And yeah, basically what you want to do is we want to go to that area. Now the safest way to drop is you want to aim for the crack in the wall and just grab in the air, and you will barely slide into the water, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, then we just want to go over here. And as we go through here, we're actually going to spawn the wasps in that room, but we're just going to be long gone that it's not going to matter. And yeah, right here we got this room, and in this room there's actually the Uli Key. However, we're going to bypass it because if we try to go grab it, yeah, we're going to lose time. That is going to be precious for us to get the second secret. So instead, we're just going to climb this ladder. And then what's going to happen, and then as we go through that room, we're also going to spawn another batch of wasps. So, yay, more bugs to kill. So yeah, let's climb up, go to the left. And over here, we can actually get a lever, which is going to open this gate that you see right here. And yeah, here we have this room, which, ignore it. We don't want to worry about this one yet. Instead, we want to go to this opening right here. And basically, this is going to take us back to this room that we were just at. And yeah, basically, we want to avoid the fire. And then, we want to get to the end of the bridge. And as soon as we get to here, we want to jump, do a running jump to the right so we can hit the slope. Oh, I took damage. Ah, that's okay. And yeah, here is the door. And here is the second secret, which contains a safe crystal, a large medpack, and some desert eagles. We also have this lever, which is basically going to reopen this door if we, get trapped. So there you go. And yeah, as you can see, the door just closed. So yeah, they give you plenty of time. Also, ow, you sting me. You bastard. Alright. Okay, so yeah, now we just have to... Yeah, we just have to go back. Alright, so... Yeah, now we have to deal with infinitely spawning bugs, which is not a fun time. Alright, so now let's go back to this room. And yeah, basically... to the left is the arena where we got the where we fought those guys and we got the levers and all that stuff. So now we want to go to the right. And this path will take us to a very fun area. Alright, so in this room, actually, let me go get the key first, just to get out of the way. Yeah, let's ignore this room again for now. Alright, so let's go over here. And this part kind of sucks because you have to aim at this ladder at a perfect angle because otherwise you're going to die. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to position Laura a bit. I'm going to angle her a bit. Okay, thank God. Yeah, that grab can be very scary. Alright, and there should be bugs in here, right? No? Okay. That's odd. Alright, I don't have to do this, but I'm gonna spawn a big guy. Just because I want to kill him. Yeah, basically, to spawn him, to just stand in one of these tiles, and yeah, he's gonna spawn to my right. And there he went. Okay, so over here is where we entered this room originally. And where we want to go is we want to take a hard right. And in this little alcove, we can actually get the Uli Key, which is right here. And yeah, that's basically it for this room. We have the key, we have that guy, and there should have been wasps in here, but doesn't seem to be the case. So that's interesting. Okay. So now we go back into this room, and now we actually, talk about it. So yeah, now we have to do... So yeah, now this room is going to give a little bit of a homage to Tomb Raider 1, because yeah, now we have to do some St. Francis Folly shenanigans, because yeah, now we have to go into 4 different trials to get some key items. And yes, I could have used the Uli Key, but I'm not going to because, well, I need the 4 items from these areas to actually use it. But, so yeah. Okay, so in this room we have 4 different trials. So we have, and as you can see by the picture, we can actually see the what they represent. So we have a wind trial, we have fire, we have water, and we have earth. And I almost fell into the beam. And basically, yeah, you have to do all of them to get a mask that will go into the receptacles that are down there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these challenges from easiest to hardest. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do them clockwise. So yeah, basically we're going to start with the earth, and then we're going to go with wind, then we do fire, and then we do water. And yeah, basically the reason I'm doing earth first is for 2 reasons. One is because I want to do water last, because water is the hardest one. But also, the earth trial will give us access to the 3rd and final secret of the level. So yeah, let's go over here and get into this quicksand. And we have 2 directions you can go. You can either go to the left or to the right. We're going to go to the right first because the path on the left will sink us to the point that we're going to lose breath. And it will be high enough that it will be long enough that we will actually take damage. So yeah, we don't want to do that because we want to have as much health as we can for the water trial. Even though I'm going to try to do it without taking damage. But yeah, remember. But yeah, in case you don't remember, you actually lose breath faster if you are in quicksand than in water. So that's actually something you gotta be careful of when dealing with quicksand. And I gotta say, man, like, probably dying from quicksand might be the scariest death because you're just trapped in this pit of sand that you just can't get out of. It's like, yeah, that almost like sounds very scary. Which is why I never go outside. There you go. Okay, so the idea is to go up there. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to this platform. And then I'm going to do a hop to this ledge right here. So that I can actually do a standing jump to this platform right here. And right over here, we got a crawl space. And this crawl space will give us access to a small medpack. But what it's also going to do is it's going to give us access to a lever. And by pulling this lever, we're going to drop a movable block on the area where on that fork in that beginning area where it leads to either the arena or the element room. And basically that block will give us access to the third and final secret of the level, which is awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and you betrayed me, Slope. How could you? All right, so now let's go and continue on with the Earth trial. All right, so let me get my Uzis because there is gonna be a wasp in this area. So let's go. And yeah, right here we can choose left or right. I'm gonna go to the right because this will spawn or wake up a wasp. So let's get rid of this bug and just continue on. Also, thank God the wasps don't poison me because yeah, that would make Secret 1 very annoying. Alright, and yeah, as you can see, right at the end of this hallway, we have an Oceanic Mask. And we need this mask to actually, or we need these masks to finish the game. Or finish the level, actually. Now, by picking up the mask, we're going to anger the gods, and essentially we're going to have some debris raining down from the sky. And basically, you may think, okay, I can just drop down into the quicksand and get out of here, right? No, because the quicksand is now gone, so now we have this black void. Now, one thing you can do if you're going for time, you can actually just drop down here backwards, and you're actually going to be at the very end of this escape sequence. Because, yeah, now what we have to do is we basically have to backtrack to the beginning of the level, or the beginning of this area. However, yeah, we have to deal with some falling debris as well as, you know, the endless void that used to be where the quicksand is. And whoa, that was close. And yeah, you also want to be careful because we have this white glowy stuff. And yeah, this white glowy stuff is instant death, so don't fall into it. Okay, so now we made it to the end, or I guess the beginning of this area. And yeah, basically now we have to jump over the endless void. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a running jump for this platform. However, as soon as I land on it, I'm gonna hop back and grab the ledge to avoid the falling ceiling. And yeah, once we do that, we're gonna angle to the right, and we're gonna do a hop to this platform. And then what's gonna happen is we're going to make a running jump for that platform over there. However, as soon as you get to that platform, I'm gonna make it into that opening that, you know, if the game didn't bug out and make me collide with a corner that I was not even near it, yeah, we're gonna fall to our death. Okay, so I have to get the second secret again, and I have to do this entire room again. So yeah, I'm gonna reload the game, and I will see you guys back at the spot. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, I am almost back at the spot, and I'm just grabbing the Oceanic Mask, and yeah, as you can see, I angered the gods once again. Also, let me be in a better position because I am in a very bad position when it comes to my mic. All right. There we go, much better. Okay, so, yeah, let's go ahead and try this jump again. Except that this time, we're going to have an easier time to try this jump because, like I mentioned, there's a shortcut we can take. Yeah, we just go down here. We can just yeah, as you can see, we're back in this area. So, yeah, let's not hit ourselves on some stupid corners. So let's just aim at the ledge right there, and then let's just go. Now, yeah, basically, I want to try to aim for this opening, because as soon as you land on that tile, yeah, you're gonna spawn some falling ceiling, which we don't want to, we want to avoid, because we want to live. And yeah, then we just let go and grab for this ladder, and there we go. And oh my god, this shaking is annoying. Stop it! Thank you. That's a wall, Laura. Alright. Now here we got some fire. However, over here to the right, we can get some Desert Eagle clips, which is awesome. And now we have to avoid the flaming torches. Or the flaming swinging torches. So scary. Alright. And now we have this lever. And this lever is going to open a trapdoor on top of this ladder. And basically, this will give us access to a return path for pretty much the other trials in this level. And yeah, basically, we just hop over here. We approach this gate. And as you can see, we're back in this area. Now, we're not going to use the masks yet, because I'm going to wait until I get all of them. And yeah, as you can see, the door is shut, meaning that you cannot go back into the trial that you were at before. So now that we made it back here, we're going to go ahead and use this block to get access to the third and final secret of the level. Now, you may also notice that there's no longer wasps in this area. And yeah, that is actually something very interesting about this game. And that's the fact that if you reload your game after activating a wasp spawner, for some reason, yeah, the wasps will stop coming out, which to some extent is actually a good thing, because, you know, less wasps to deal with. So, but at the same time, it also feels like, yeah, they didn't program this way too well. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the safe crystal and the large medpack. And with that, we claimed the final secret of the level. And the final secret of Tomb Raider 3. So yes, we got all of the secrets in the main game, at least. Because yeah, we're still missing the expansion. So yeah, that's awesome. So now we just have to beat the next 2 levels, and that's it. No exploration required, which is awesome. Okay, so now we are going to do the wind trial. And this trial is basically a maze. And similar to the case of Kalia video, boom. Look at my map that I made in 2 minutes in Photoshop. And basically, this map has a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things. Okay, let me start again. This map is massive. And basically, similar to the case of Kalia video, the blue line on the map basically shows you the shortest way and the best way to go through this maze. However, I'm gonna put some red lines in this map to show you essentially where are we going, because the red lines are basically gonna take me to some items, and those items are some Uzi clips, some shotgun shells, a small medpack and some flares, another small medpack, and some grenades. And this will also allow us to kill an enemy, which is a wasp. So yeah, basically, I'm going to follow this map, and basically, once we get to a specific area, I'm just going to change the map to show you the next red area, we are going. So yeah, basically, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to the end right here, and then we're going to take a right, a left, then a right, and then a left to get some Uzi clips. And then, once we get to this spot right here, I'm going to hug the right wall. Because by doing so, this will give us access to some shotgun shells, which are right here. If Lara will pick them up, that is. Alright, and then we want to go to the other side right here. And once we hit this fork, we want to head to the left. And once we get to the end, we want to hug the right wall, because this will give us access to some more items. And this will also give us access to a wasp. And right over here, we have a movable block. And yeah, basically if you're wondering why that spot on the map was different color, that's why. And yeah, in this area, we have some flares and a small medpack. And now that we got all those items, we have to go back to the beginning. Because, yeah, now we're basically... The left side of the maze is basically isolated. And, yeah, basically we have to just backtrack to the beginning. So, yeah, let's follow this map and let's go back. And here we are back at the beginning. Now, you may be thinking, okay, like, without using a map, how the hell are you supposed to get past this maze? Well, if you check Lara's ponytail, you may notice that Lara's ponytail is moving alongside with the wind. And basically, what you want to do is you want to follow the wind that is blowing, that is actually responsible for blowing Lara's ponytail. So yeah, basically this whole maze is pretty similar to, or it kind of reminds me to the Korok Forest from Breath of the Wild, where you basically have to follow the wind to get to the Great Decade Tree, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, basically right here I'm gonna follow the blue line for a bit until we get to this spot, because right over here, no, right down here, we can get a small medpack, which is at the end of this little area. And then once we get the medpack, we want to hug the right wall. And by doing so, we are going to by doing so, we are going to get to the end of the maze. And also, we are going to get some grenades as well. So yeah, basically, once we get to this point, to the right is the end of the maze. But to the left, we can get some grenades. So let's pick them up. And that's it. That is it for the wind trial maze. And I'm going the wrong way. I'm lost at the end. Would you believe that? I would believe it. Okay, so now we go into this ramp. And this part can be kind of scary, because now we have to avoid some rolling logs. So as soon as we get into this ramp right here, we're going to spawn the first log. So we just want to side jump, and then we're going to side jump again to avoid this other log. And then we're going to walk up a little bit to spawn the second one, and we're going to side jump. And then, just because, I'm going to walk a bit to spawn this other guy. Now, this log in the middle, that one right there, is not going to activate unless you decide to slide down there. However, at the end of the slide, we have that white liquid, and yeah, that white liquid is instant death. So yeah, I don't know why that log is there. I mean, I could have assumed that log would go to the other side instead of, down there, but whatever. Alright, so right here we got the next Oceanic Mask. However, you may notice that as soon as I step on this pedestal, I open this door. And that is because you can actually exit these trials without ever picking the Oceanic Masks. And I don't want to be rude, but don't be stupid and not get them. Because, yeah, if you miss getting the Oceanic Masks, you will softlock your game. Meaning that you cannot beat the level, therefore you have to either go back to the previous save, or if you messed up your save file, then, yeah, you basically have to start the level again. And by messing up the save file, it means that, if you skip a mask and then you save your game. Although that will apply more to the PlayStation version. Or the PC version if you decide to use one slot, in which case, what's wrong with you? Okay, so there you go. We now have 2 out of 4 trials done. So now let's go into the next one, which is the fire trial. And this one's probably my favorite, because it has a lot of cool puzzles to deal with. Okay, so I should save my... Actually, no, I'm going to save my game once we're done with this part, because this part is really easy. Okay, so in this area, we have these pillars. However, when you stand on the pillars, they're going to ignite with fire, and yeah, you're basically going to catch yourself on fire, and you're basically going to die. And basically, basically this begs the question, okay, so what pillars we have to grab, or what pillars do we have to stand on in order to be safe? Well, if we stand on this block, we're going to see that on the ceiling there is a map. And this map basically shows you every single pillar in this area. Now, the X is basically where we're at, so that's actually a good reference point. However, we still don't have an idea of what tiles we can stand on. Well, that is because by lighting a flare, we can actually see that some of the tiles are actually lighted up, and the lit up tiles are tiles that we have to stand on in order for you to actually traverse this room. Also, if we press the look button, we're gonna break the illusion. So basically, you can just use this map, and if you mess up the camera angle, you can just get off the block and just stand back up to reset the camera angle. And I'm not gonna draw a map for this one because they pretty much give one to you. But yeah, basically the first pillar is this one right here that's in front of me. Now, in case I overshoot it, I'm gonna do this. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to aim for that pill that is across, not this one, but that one right there. And yeah, basically, as I jump over, we're going to see that, yeah, that one actually ignited. Meaning that, yeah, if you stand on that one, even if you just hover over them, they're going to ignite no matter what. Alright, so the next tile that is safe is this one right here. And as soon as you step on this tile, we're actually going to turn off the flames for that pillar right there. And this pillar, if you remember the map, yeah, this map was not, or this tile was not lit up, meaning that this is not a safe pillar. However, by standing on this pillar, no matter what, we're actually going to deactivate the flames on this one. However, it is timed, so as soon as you leave this tile, the timer is going to start, and yeah, you basically have to get out of there as soon as possible. Now, you may also notice that there are some shotgun shells and a large medpack over there, and the easiest way to get the items is you want to aim at them, and then you want to do a running jump. And as you can see, by doing so, you're actually going to land on them. And as soon as you pick them up, do a backflip to land back on this tile and reset the timer.
Press.
Okay, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird. Lara was about to give us tutorials. Huh, that is interesting. Anyway, so now we have to get to that ledge right over there. And the best way to do that is you want to jump on the corner, or do a standing jump to land on the corner, and then just do a curve running jump to land right here. Now, as soon as we land right here, I'm going to do a running jump to avoid this trapdoor, because at the end we have a large medpack right there. However, yeah, we have a troll medpack. Now, you may be thinking, okay, because this log is here, I cannot grab the medpack, right? Well, you actually can grab the medpack. If you actually run and jump into the log from one of the sides, and then you angle Lara, you can actually run and jump and actually grab the medpack. And yeah, as you can see, we're gonna get we're gonna get kicked from the other side. And to get back, you just do the same thing. Just do running jumps. Maybe at an angle, but you can just do it forward. But yeah, here we have the magic of PS1 jank. But it's charming. It's charming PS1 jank, you know. Okay, now we have this room, and I am going to save my game in this room because, yeah, now we have to deal with a bunch of scary situations. Okay, so this room, we have these 4 fire-breathing snake statues. And you may notice that, well, you can barely see it, but as they breathe fire, they're actually going to light up some invisible platforms. In fact, this platform, you can just get to it by just doing a standing jump and grabbing the ledge. And basically, Now we have to cross this area without getting burned. And the best way that I found to do this is we want to look at the snake that is in front of us. And as you can see, every time he breathes fire, he shakes his head 4 times before taking a breather so he can keep firing fire. And basically, what I like to do is I like to pull up as soon as he shakes for the 3rd time, and then I like to do a running jump and then grab the ledge. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this guy and wait for his shaking 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And once he does his 3rd shake, pull up and then do a running jump and grab so that you can actually avoid the 2nd statue completely. Okay, so now once we grab this ledge, we wanna shimmy to the left because now we have to make a running jump for that lever right there. Now you don't have to pull that lever, but I'm gonna pull it anyway just to make this room easier. And basically what you want to do is you want to do the same thing. We want to wait for this guy to shake his head 3 times, and we can just move on. So 1, 2, 3, and then just pull up, and then do a running jump, do a curve jump to the right, and then we can pull this lever. And what this lever is going to do is going to turn off that snake statue so that we actually have an easier time going into the next room because we have to wait for that door to open. And as we wait, that snake statue would be shooting fire at us. And yeah, basically we have to do the exact same thing we did last time. So one shake, 2 shake, 3 shake, and just pull up and then do a curve jump, and there we go. And that's it. Alright, and now we want to be careful with this fire. And basically, we want to just walk to either the left or right to avoid this flame. Because, yeah, you want to be careful with these things. Because similar to the swinging axis from Tomb Raider... Okay, that's rude of you. But yeah, similar to the swinging axis from Tomb Raider 1... The chain and that little nub where the flame is, it actually counts as a hitbox. So, yeah, just to show it real quick because we do have some fire right over here. Basically, just to show you real quick, but yeah, for these flames right here, the pod with the flame is not the only thing that hurts you. The chain and that little nub right there, all of that counts as a hitbox. So yeah, basically, if you decide to just jump straight into the Oceanic Mask, you are gonna kill yourself. So yeah, be careful with that. All right, so there we go. We got 3 masks out of 4, which means that now it's time to move on to the last trial, and that is the water trial. And this is the hardest trial of the 4 of them because we have to deal with a lot of blades that are going to try to cut us in half. So yeah, for this first one, we just want to time ourselves and just drop off. And before we continue on with the trial itself, we're going to go to this ledge right here, and I'm going to crouch immediately as I... Well then, that was very interesting. Okay, just because I don't want to deal with with being one shot every time, I'm gonna reload the game and I will see you guys back at the spot. Okay, there we go. Much better. Alright, so now that we're done with that... Oops. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's go into this crawl space. And in this little water area, there is a large medpack, which I don't care because I'm not going to use. Especially for this area, but... Yeah, now we have to swim through a bunch of these blades. And I'm counting at the very least 9. Actually, no, we gotta swim through 10 of them, even though some of them are repeats. So, and yeah, and yes, I am gonna save my game because this part can be very, very difficult because depending on your positioning, these blades can deal like no damage or they can just kill you immediately. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just swim through here. And let's try to do a no damage run on this one. Alright, so as we go through here, we have 4 directions. We have top, bottom, left, right. Now, the top path is nothing but an air pocket. The top path is nothing but an air pocket. The bottom path is actually the exit. The left path is an air pocket, but it also has a lever which is going to open a trapdoor on the right path. So yeah, basically what you want to do is we want to go to the left. Now, the big problem about these blades is timing yourself so that... Oh, well, there you go. There goes the no damage run. But yeah, basically you have to time yourself so that Lara can actually go through the blade, in between the blades, no problem. And that's actually the hard part because, you know, if you've been playing these games, Lara has a bit of a slow start when she starts swimming, which makes dealing with these things very difficult. All right, now we do want to be fast though because the trapdoor that we open is timed. So let's get hit again by the blade, and yeah, as you can see, it closed just when I got there. That is awesome. All right, and as you go into this room, we're gonna take a full breath meter, but also we want to go to the left, and we want to go to the top. And wow, I just don't care about damage. My God. And right over here to the right of this little bridge, there is a lever. You can't see it, but it's actually right here. But yeah, this lever, we can pull it right here. And what this lever is going to do is going to open a door directly underneath me. Well, not directly, but underneath in this area. So yeah, let's time ourselves, and then let's time ourselves. And then we have to swim through these 2 blades. And we go. And yeah, we just passed the door that we opened. And in this area, we have the 4th and final Oceanic Mask. And we also have a save crystal and a lever. And this lever is going to open the door that will allow us to get out of this place. So yeah, now we just have to avoid 5 more blades, and that's it. Well, technically 6, because I do want to get an item. But yeah, let's time ourselves, and then let's go. Oh man! All right, before I go into the air pocket to replenish my breath and do this final swim, I am gonna get to the top of here because in this little bridge there are some Desert Eagle clips. So now that that's done, let's light a flare because I can't see the blade. And then let's go back to the air pocket. Okay. And now we have to avoid 3 more blades, and that's it. But we also have to pull a lever and also get some MP5 clips that are in this area. Alright, so now... Okay, now I'm ready. And now we're gonna aim for the bottom. Oh, go, go, go. Yes. That was perfect. Alright. And down here, we have some MP5, or actually no, we have a lever, which is going to allow us to basically go back to the first blade we dodge. Well, not the first blade, but the second blade, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's not get stuck, please. And down on this alcove, I think I picked them up. Yeah, I did pick them up, but there were some MP5 clips from here. Okay, so here we got the final blade. Can we do this? Haha, we did it. Sweet. Alright. Now, hopefully I don't drown, because, yeah, that's going to be annoying.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, basically, we already passed the door, which was very hard to see, but there we go. I did take some damage, but yeah, basically this whole area is based on timing and positioning, but other than that, yeah, the water trial is, actually, no, it's really hard. I was going to say it's not that bad, but it can be very, very difficult to get through. But there you guys have it. After an hour of recording, we finally finished the Lost City of Tinnos. So now what we have to do is we have to pull the lever, And as you can see, we are back in this area. And now we can finally use all of the items. And yeah, now I'm going to use the Uli Key. And yeah, the reason I'm using the key first is because it triggers some cool music. And I want music as I input the thing. Alright, so yeah, here we go. Now we just have to place the 4 Oceanic Masks. And yeah, that's it. We're going to open the way to the meteorite cavern, to the final resting place of the meteor that crash landed back in the FMV cutscene. Now, I guess I should be careful. Now, I guess I should warn you that yeah, they're in the middle where this light beam is. Oh god, I almost fell into it. There is that white liquid that will kill you. So yeah, be careful. And by putting all the masks and using the key, what it did is that it turned off the beam of light. And as you can see, we have an opening down here. So let's go down here and let's finish this stage. And let's finally catch up to Dr. Willard. Yeah, that's not freaky at all. I don't know what you're talking about. And yes, we do have to fight that thing in the next level. But there you guys have it. That is it for the Lost City of Tinnos. And yeah, this level can be very daunting. Now, the first part is really not that bad. It's honestly the hard part about this level is the elemental trials. Although I will say that the difficulty is really unbalanced because the earth one is just there. The wind one is very easy. The fire one is the best one. And the water one is way too difficult. But I will say that the one thing that everyone hates about this level, no matter if this is their least favorite level or their favorite level, everyone agrees that the wasps are the worst part of the level. And honestly, I do agree. But yeah, as you saw right there, I pretty much despawned all of them when I reloaded after I died in the Earth trial. So yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, if you don't want to deal with them, then just save and then reload your game, I guess. Or well, unless you're doing a no Medpack run, in which case, yeah, you're basically not gonna do that. But you have to deal with them eventually or at all times. But yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this level. And that is it for this video of the Tomb Raider Marathon. Next time on Tomb Raider 3, we're going to be finishing the main game by doing Meteorite Cavern. And yes, we're going to be fighting Dr. Willard. But until then, my name is Jonathan Wolf, and I will see you all in the next video. Take it easy, everyone.